Welcome back. How are you today? So, this week I thought I'd walk you through what's happening at the moment. So, because of all the beautiful courses that we're trying to put together for you, and we need to create a new website where we want to put the membership site. We tried to create a private Facebook group, but it doesn't feel like a membership site. It doesn't have the beautiful tabs at the top, where you can see the different courses to go through. It just has a completely different feel to what I was looking for, I guess is the word that I'm after. And for those of you beautiful people who have done the beta testing on the courses and were kind enough to sign up for that Facebook group, we are super grateful to you. We are so grateful for everything that's come through. We apologize that we haven't spent as much time in the Facebook group as I was hoping to spend, but we have been working really, really hard to complete the courses that we have left, because the forgiveness course was the only one that we had finished before we did the Facebook group. And we're working on completing a few other ones, and then we're working on creating a new website where we can place the beautiful membership site and start moving forward with that. Because once my desire, I guess is the word, is that once the membership site is set up, that's where we will be most of the time. We'll be in there, interacting with the people that are in there and working together, because our wish was that in sharing the beautiful courses in our membership site, that we could work through the courses together. For those of us that wanted to do the forgiveness course first, because that's such a big course, I was guided for the first month to do the first 5 videos of module 1. I was trying to think what we called them, sessions or chapters, videos. I'll just call them videos for now. There's over 10 videos now in module 1, and they asked me to break it up in half, because to put the whole module 1 into 1 month, for some people may be overwhelming, that there's so much information crammed into the first month. So for those of you who are super keen to, if this is something that you really, really desire in your heart, forgiveness, you can sign up to do just the course on its own. You get the whole course straight away, and you work at it at your own pace. You go through the process at your own pace. You can spend as much time on it as you want. The membership site, we thought would be lovely to have something apart from just a place that people can get together, like-minded people, and connect. We thought we needed to give something to that group for there to be an exchange of a price for it. So that's why my team suggested, okay, how about each month we share parts of the beautiful courses that we're creating for the people that are in the membership site. So that way you can still go through the courses, but you get them a little bit at a time, rather than if you went to buy the course, you get the whole course in one go. So this is what we've been working on, creating these beautiful courses, creating the beautiful membership site in a way that everyone will enjoy, and this takes time, because forever I've been creating websites through WordPress with Divi, and it took me a long time to learn how to do all of that. And I've become really good at doing that. I've been doing that, I'm trying to think now, it's been over 15 years. It was well before my daughter was born that I learned how to create websites with Divi, and through WordPress. But because we're creating courses, I'm being guided to go through and find, places like Thinkific or Kartra, or there are so many platforms that help you put up courses. Because a few years ago, I tried to put up courses for the music, for the piano lessons, and it crashed. It crashed hard using WordPress and Divi. So I thought, I don't want to go through that again, because it took me a good 6 months to get those few modules up of those lessons, for that to crash and have to start all over again. So what I ended up doing with that was I just put it on YouTube for free. I was like, okay, just unlist everything, put everything public, and just let YouTube have it, and people can just go to it if they want, you know. That wasn't the way, but I feel like that was experience for what's to come. You know, I'm learning of better ways to do things. So I also didn't feel that that was the way for me. You know, I love teaching piano, but that didn't feel like that was the way forward. You know, I felt at the time there was something else pulling me in another direction, and this was it. You know, it was only when I finished the forgiveness course that I realized this is what I was meant to be doing. You know, from now moving forward, this is what I am meant to be doing. Continuing to write, because even as I finished the 8th book, I'm also being guided to create a book on forgiveness. There was so much information coming through and so much more that wanted to come through. So they're guiding me to create a book on that as well. And yes, the courses was the way forward. The courses and the membership site is what they're really pushing me towards. You know, when I say we, my beautiful spirit team, you know, they're always guiding the way, which way forward. So my beautiful beings, this is where we've been at. And I didn't realize that creating the courses was so time consuming. But the beauty of it is, as my beautiful sound healing teacher says in her business course, you do it once, you know, and if you put in the time and you put in the effort and you make it beautiful the first time, it's there forever. You know, like the books, once you've done them, you've done them. That's it. They're out there forever, you know, the information. So yes, it takes time when you are in the process of doing these beautiful things, but in the end, it's well worth it because you do it once, you know. And yes, I may need to come back and tweak here and there as people say, oh, there's a mistake here or there's a mistake there. There's little things that might need to be corrected. But I have a really good feeling that this is the way forward, you know. And I can't wait. You know, as of Monday, this will be going up on Monday. So as of next week, as of March, we're studying how to put the beautiful courses onto a platform. Like, we're probably going to go with Katra. That's where my sound healing teacher has all of her courses. And I just like the layout of it, the simplicity of it, and how beautiful it looks. But I need guidance, you know, on how to put these courses together, how to link it all up, and get it out there. So we're hoping that by the end of March, it'll all be ready for you. The courses, at least the forgiveness course, will be up and running by then. The membership site is definitely the one that we're keen to get up and running, to get all these beautiful like-minded people together to share their stories, to share their lives, to share their experiences. For so many of us, when we become awakened, when we start awakening, we have no one to talk to. For some of us, it's such a scary time. All of these things are happening to us. We're starting to see things in a different way, or we're starting to see things that weren't there before, like when I started seeing my angels and talking to them. And it's, you know, who do you talk to? I know for me, I can't talk to my husband about it. He doesn't believe in any of that. So to go to him and say, you know what, I'm talking to angels now, he'll probably be like, okay, you know, where's the closest mental asylum that I can book you into? You need a psychiatrist, right? This would be my husband in his human experience. But for me, I was fortunate that when I began to awake, other awakened beings started to show up in my life. And I could share my experiences with them. And, you know, there's such a beautiful feeling in that you can share, and that other people that have been through similar things understand. What's come through for me, and I'm going to try and keep this as basic as possible to protect their privacy. The beautiful lady that I have been taking care of the last 5 or 6 years, she's now in hospital, so I'm not taking care of her anymore. And that's another thing. My whole schedule is all up and down now throughout the week. But this week, I was blown away. There was a day that my daughter was going off to camp. And, you know, I'm saying goodbye to my daughter and I'm helping her get her bags onto the buses and all that. And in that moment I turn, and the lady that I take care of, her daughter was there dropping off her daughter. So the lady I take care of, her granddaughter was being dropped off to camp, if you like. Anyway, I start talking to her daughter, and in that moment, for whatever reason, her daughter starts to tell me things that she sees when she's around her mum. And in the moment that she's opening up to tell me all of this, and I knew in that moment that would take a lot of courage. But we're guided. We're always divinely guided. And she was guided in that moment to share with me. And I felt this huge relief within myself at that moment, because I was able to tell her, I see them too. From the moment this beautiful lady was taken to hospital, I could see all of her relatives that have passed away around her. I could see her late brother that passed away a few years ago. I could see her mother, and I recognized them because people with dementia, they tend to go through their family photos a lot. And I've been with her for over 5 years, so she's shown me all of her family. And I know all the photos and I know all the names. And I know her history. She's shared all of that with me, you know. But in that moment that I'm standing there and her daughter is sharing what she sees when she goes to the hospital to see her mum, I felt this huge relief within myself. That it's not just the friend I have in New Zealand. And it's not just the friend that I have in South Australia. In that moment, I felt I was being gifted this moment, that what I was seeing in the hospital every time I go to see this beautiful woman was real, because her daughter could see them too. Exactly the same people. When she was describing it, I was just standing there and I didn't say anything for a while, but this huge smile came across my face. She could see it in my eyes. She knew straight away that I knew what she was talking about. And in the moment when she finished sharing what she could see, and I don't know why she shared it with me, but I felt, to me, it was a gift. You know, that I was being shown that what I see is real, that she can see it too. You know, these beautiful beings that are waiting on the other side for when she passes, you know. We always have beautiful beings on the other side waiting for us, always. It doesn't matter who we are. There's always someone. There'll be a mum or a dad or a sibling or all of them. For the most part, I see all of them that have already passed and are in the spirit realm. They're all waiting. No matter what kind of life you've had here together. You know, my dad, his brothers, they've all been not talking to each other, offended for the longest time. Not talking to this one, not talking to that one, not talking to the other one. You know. My uncle that passed away, was it last year? The year before. And I found out last year that he'd passed away. When I saw him in spirit form and I saw him with his brothers, I also saw him with his mum and dad. And yet here in this lifetime, he had this rejection for his dad. He had this very strong rejection for this man that used to beat him up so severely in his childhood. But when I saw them in spirit form, they were all together, and they were also happy to be together. Because what happens here on earth happens for us to have this beautiful human experience. But when we leave here, we're all spirit. We return to spirit. And none of this that happens here matters up there. None of it means anything up there. Up there in spirit form. I say up there. You know, not in this, when we're not in this reality, in this human experience. It is all love, loving love. In every moment there is nothing else but unconditional love. And this joy that until I'd seen my uncle with his brothers and his mum and dad, I'd felt joy before when I'd seen people passing, but people that I didn't know. But because I was so close to this uncle, that joy was just multiplied. You know, it was just so, so beautiful. The joy that I felt that day was so much more than I felt before. It was so beautiful. So, where was I going with this conversation today? How held we are, how supported we are in every moment. And that's the reason I wanted the beautiful membership site. So that if there are people having awakenings and things are happening and they're beginning to see things and they're not sure and they're freaking out, they have a place where they will be understood, a place where they will be supported, where there's no judgment, you know, a place to be seen and heard, because I was hoping that that's what this beautiful YouTube channel was going to be. But it's hard for me to give that when YouTube doesn't show me half of not even half. I'm not getting any comments lately. The last few videos have been 0 comments. But, you know, how can I respond when I don't know the comments are there? So, you know, in the beginning I was getting frustrated when the comments started to disappear. But I thought, okay, maybe it's that way for a reason, you know? Perhaps it's that way for a reason. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to go with it. The videos are here. The information that they want me to share is here. Maybe that's all this platform is for. That's all I can do. I have no control over what YouTube does or how it does it or why it does it the way it does. In Facebook, I had the same. I posted a few things and voila, they vanished. So, you know, it's not my place. These are free platforms, and the fact that I'm allowed to post all this stuff up and it gets out there, I'm grateful for that, because I feel within my heart, when I'm guided to give a message, to create a video, I know that that video is meant for someone. I know, because there's so many times where I'll receive an email or something back later saying that that was meant for them, you know, that they needed that day. They needed to hear that. So, my beautiful beings, that is what I'm hoping the membership site will be for. That people can come in and they can share and they can talk to each other, be seen, be heard, be able to express themselves, however that looks. For me, there's no right or wrong. It's just whatever comes out, comes out. Because we've all had different experiences. So how we express ourselves, it will look differently. You know, in the beginning, when I met my husband, and I was so used to suppressing everything in my childhood. And he would get frustrated because he could see that I was upset about something and he would tell me to just say it. Didn't matter how it looked, just say it. And the first few times, of course, I would yell it out. I didn't know another way to do it. It would just go, blah, and I would just yell at him, and that's how it came out. And with time, that got softer and softer. I was able to say things without having to yell it so much. But there was that fear, I guess, of we're not allowed to express it, and you're asking me to express it, you know, and I didn't know how. So I know firsthand what that feels like, you know, when you've spent your whole life not being allowed to express anger, not being allowed to express fear. You know, how do we express it? Well, however it comes out, it doesn't matter. As long as you let it out, let it out. Just let it out. It doesn't matter how it looks to others. They haven't been in your shoes. They don't know what you've been through. So if yelling is what you need when you start your process of expressing what you've been suppressing, then yell. If crying is what comes out, then cry. It doesn't matter. This is your life. And the moment you start to get in touch with those feelings and why they're there, and you start to express, just let it out. Don't stop to judge. Oh, you know, I shouldn't be yelling. I shouldn't be crying. You know, you've been told for so long that you're not allowed to express it. Just let it come out however it needs to come out. All right, my beautiful beings. So hopefully soon, Monday, what is it? It's not the 1st of March, the 3rd of March, I think it is. we will be full steam ahead working on the beautiful website that will hold all our courses. We'll hold our membership site. We want everything in the one place for you. We're building it all just for you. All right, my beautiful beings, we love you dearly, and we can't wait to be in there with you. We can't wait. It's going to be wonderful. Bye for now. Oh, remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages and share the videos. All right, I've been creating the videos for the courses for so long, and in the courses I don't need to click and subscribe because it's not a YouTube thing, so I forgot. All right, love you guys. Bye for now.